mm. Like, bro. There we go. I need to do a bunch of bullshit so I can even read my chat in the first place. There we go. Oh wait, it's a black screen. It's a black screen. Give me a second, guys. You guys can see it now, right? Oh my god. Yeah, we can see her game alright, nice. Fortnite taking notes from HSR, I see. What, the bat? Yeah. Alright. I wasn't expecting him to actually go there. Okay. We got Anoxa before Castris. I literally called it. I called it a long time ago. The more hype a character has, the more the leakers gatekeep their kit. They did the same bullshit with My Day. Although, even My Day wasn't on this level of bullshit. P4 gameplay, thank you. Yeah, adult Tribby looks way, way better. But it is what it is. Why do they care about hyping characters? Because that means they get more clout off of the post they make of the leaked character. And that's really the only reason most people are leakers, is for clout. Terrible. I mean, it's only a few days away, guys. It's fine. Just wait for those in-game leaks. Star Rail's so boring right now. There's nothing to do. Yeah. That's why I barely stream Star Rail anymore unless there's a reset or an event. Like, it's just so boring. Like, I do my dailies pretty much instantly, and then it's like there's nothing else to do. I blanked. Like, I mean, that's most gacha streamers, though. Like, especially the big ones. Like, most of their content doesn't come from the actual game. It comes from, like, other people. Or, like, memes or, like, reacting. Koki is actually, like, one of the few that, like, does a lot of in-game stuff. But, like, even then, it's nothing crazy. It's, like, retrying MOC 12, trying to hit a 0 cycle on an old DPS for like 2 or 3 hours. Do you play any tourneys for Fortnite? No. I can't. Like, the actual, like, important tournaments, because I don't have enough events played on my account in the last 6 months. Some of my friends have wanted to play with me, but, yeah, I can't do that. Because I took a long-ass break from the game. How do I miss that? How much shade is in the new Divergent universe? I think I heard 3,500. I got a relic for cast. Don't guess what? Outgoing healing and crit rate and stats. I don't know if she wants outgoing healing. Because I don't think she heals. I heard she can, like, revive teammates if they die or something, but that's it. And he left. How is Fortnite currently compared to other live service shooter games such as Marvel Rivals? I don't think it's really comparable to Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is probably more fun. Um, I think the biggest issue with Fortnite is the skill gap. Anyone playing this game casually is not gonna have a fun time. Like, you just, like, this isn't PUBG Mobile, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are just not gonna have a fun time at all. People are too good at this game these days. But if you were to ignore that, and it's like me, someone who's actually decent at the game, how I enjoy it more than any other game. But that's mostly for, like, the actual, like, editing, building, like, I just enjoy the mechanics of this game. I blanked. How should I improve on keyboard and mouse for Fortnite? You just play the game. And then you just play against people who are better than you, like I did. The better the player you play against, the faster you improve. All this guy does is wait for me to drop. Next 2 patches is 200 pulls. Yeah, probably. Like, what is that bullshit, man? Yeah, just wait for the actual stuff. Don't stress too much leaks currently. And my pump didn't shoot. I got shot through the wall. I mean, Fortnite 100% has a skill ceiling, but like, I'd say something HSR has over this game in terms of the skill ceiling, especially since this game is actually made to be competitive in multiplayer, right? But the biggest problem with Fortnite is the reliance on ping. Like, it's a completely different game when you're on 0 ping versus like 60 to 70 like most people. That's kind of the main issue with this game. So people who were just born lucky or live in like Dallas, Texas, they have 0 ping basically the entire time. Yeah, I saw the like cone for casters. Peak 30 FPS on Switch? Yeah, it probably sucks on there. Like, I just can't, man. In like 4 days. I just blanked again. Yep. I can't even see this guy. Yeah. I mean, just don't pull them, I guess. Like, you're obviously gonna suffer for it, but... Holy fuck, I can't do anything against this guy. He takes everything, shoots through everything. Sunday pullers, yeah. And my pump didn't shoot again. Like, I'm just kidding. I'm not even peeking that, man. Hello, Abby. I mean, she probably won't only be good with Feign on, but she's gonna be a best in slot with Feign on. She did not look like a Seal clone at all. There's nothing saying that Sunday and Castris won't work well. Like, I just can't, man. Yep. I can't take anything from someone who's on 0 ping. How's the new season of Fortnite? Is it fun? It's okay. I think competitively it's a little boring because basically there's just one spot on the map that has quadruple the loot of any other spot in the game. And there's a shit ton of mountains. So like anybody who's half smart is just gonna absolutely beam the shit out of you if you aren't also on a mountain. For most people this doesn't matter because like they play pubs and shit, but when you go outside of pubs it's pretty much not all that fun. There also isn't that many mobility. Like, what is that luck, man? When you pull on Rob, you should do one of those you lose, you pull challenges, but it's you lose if you pull on Fortnite. I don't know if that would work. I don't think many Honkai Star Rail players play Fortnite. Bob versus Rob in a boxing match when? Hearing your keyboard click is nice, man. Is it really? It's a pretty cheap keyboard. I haven't upgraded it in quite a while. The recent on Sunday synergy. Yeah, the leakers have been saying that leak was a fake. Caster's kit was also fake. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's just like, I don't even know anymore, man. Leakers having beef with other leakers is kind of funny. I don't even, like, I'm so burnt out of leaks recently because it's like, these leakers will do anything but actually leak. Like, it's genuinely so fucking boring, man. It's like, oh, might work with Sunday. Oh, might not work with Sunday. Oh, might work with Sunday. The dragon does this. The dragon does that. Meanwhile, we have Anoxa's entire fucking kit leaked from like 3 weeks ago. Keep in mind, the Anoxa kit leak video I made like 2 or 3 weeks ago, that kit almost completely still holds up to the officially released kit. Like, it's just like, what the fuck are they doing, man? Pointless gatekeeping, exactly. Like, oh, drip feed, oh, hype. Fuck your drip feed and hyping, man. Just fucking drop it, man. Holy fuck. I feel like I'm getting edged every single 2 seconds every time a leak comes out. I check the Honkai Star Rail Reddit. Caster's light code has defense down and max HP. Oh, really? Really? Does Caster's light code have a max HP increase? I would have never guessed, man. I could have never fucking guessed. burnt out from leaks. Also, me personally, just probably burnt out from Star. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie. Me making Rob and now having 2 accounts to work on, while also having like my own personal life shit as well, is kind of like making me get burnt out of Honkai Star Rail faster than usual. That's why the videos haven't been like as consistent lately, and I've had like no clue what to do half the time. It's like it's not that there isn't any content to make, but like there isn't any content that I have the energy to make, unless it's like actually something half decent. Well, yeah, the people who don't think power creep is real are just retarded, Abby. Like, there's no way to go around it. Almost every single person who tries to argue power creep isn't real is a person with an elitist mentality who plays the game all fucking day long, farms jades every single day without missing a single day, and they set themselves as the standard of the average player. And they all want to feel better about themselves because, oh, they can't feel the power creep. If you just use this relic set, if you just farm jades every single day and never take a break from the game, you'll always have enough jades to get the new power creep character and always clear endgame. Like, they just don't understand it. Like, if you look at me on my main account, I'm clearing endgame in like 6 cycles. My E2 S1 Herda is taking 1 to 0 cycles if I really wanted to. And my Fei Xiao is still clearing at 5 cycles, even though I only did her domain for like 2 weeks or something like that. Like, I can clear endgame perfectly fine, but I play this fucking game all day long and I'm a content creator. I don't expect anyone to like be on my standard of clearing shit. My Herda, I spent over a month's worth of Trailblaze power on my Herda's domain. Like, not many people have access to that, man. Oh no, 100% bruh, man. I was thinking the second I finish endgame, I'm not gonna abandon Rob necessarily. However, I'm not gonna be like as active on Rob, and I also probably either I won't do dailies and have the monthly pass on him, or I won't use the monthly pass on him and do dailies. I think I'd rather get the monthly pass and not do dailies for him, because that's just more convenient for me. Like, I log in for 1 second, I get the jades, I'm out. It's not going to take that long, by the way. Like, at max, the second Casterus drops is when I'll clear endgame on Rob. Like, at max, right? Because I have an E1S1 Robin. Even if I were to use, like, fucking Servol, I'd be able to clear endgame, right? At max, Casterus, if I don't pull for Triby, is probably when I'd actually be able to clear. How do you get an ace in a 1v1? You have to win 12 in a row. I mean, that guy wasn't the greatest, but like this guy here, like you could tell by the name and how many points he has. Like, there was a rank reset for this shit like a day ago. So, I'm probably going to lose to this guy if I'm being honest. No, I think you should follow leaks. However, it's just like, you shouldn't give every leak like your full faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, leaks, in my opinion, are 100% a staple in the Honkai Star Rail community. But there are some leaks that just aren't worth listening to in the slightest. And some that you just can't give too much credence to, like kit leaks. Like, My Day's a numerical beast with the biggest numbers in the game ends up being weaker than Herda and Aglaia. Herda actually has the biggest numbers in the game. It's like, it doesn't make any sense, you know? Triby, for like weeks on end, the leakers were saying Triby had action in advance depending on how many mobs on field were hit by ally teammates. However, that wasn't in her kit. There was no action advance. Like, you just don't know what's gonna happen anymore. Where is this guy? Oh. I think he's just AFK. Yeah, the only thing I really care about leaks for is like when that character's releasing, because they're almost always accurate on that. All right, I'll give props to the leakers here. They're almost always accurate on when a new character is gonna drop, like patches ahead, which is actually very useful information. That's what mainly matters to the majority of people watching leaks, right? Then you get like some subtle hints on what their kit might be. Usually nothing outside of the subtle hints is actually accurate until like near the fucking kit release. But yeah. What do you think of the Tribute trailer? I didn't watch it. I all I saw was like her adult form and that was literally it. Like I didn't actually watch the trailer itself. I haven't been on YouTube like actually watching videos in days. Like it's been a little while since I watched any videos. I also need to get back to reading manhwa and anime as well. Not really manga. I mean, Blue Lock finally finished that fucking game after over like I think a year. Holy shit, finally. I actually need to catch up on Blue Lock as well. At this point, I feel like Hoyo doesn't actually know what it wants to do with character until maybe the last month before release. Yeah, I mean that's why they're always changing it. Like you have to think it with how much they changed it in like V1, V2, V3, V4. Like they also changed it a lot before that. Like the versions of the in gameplay leaks when people can finally do them. Like that is much later on in the process of creating a kit for a character. Jesus. Fuck. I don't really watch anime anymore. I don't either. I haven't watched anime in a long time. But it's not because I hate it, but anime has always been something where like I need to get into it. Like I don't want to get into it at a certain time, but when I actually do get into it and give it a try, I end up binging like a lot of shit. I think this person's gonna leave at some point because I'm kind of shitting on them. Oh, I got shot through the wall. Pride 1 MOC update. Oh yeah, I saw it from, I was looking at Pokey's video for like a few seconds. Pretty much all characters clear this MOC slower. Like almost all of them. By a half cycle or more. One Punch Man? Yeah, I also like One Punch Man quite a bit as well. You're actually insane in Fortnite. My ass could never. I don't think I'm. If you guys knew how many hours I had on this game from when I was like smaller or younger, like you'd understand. Like I'm pretty ass, unapologetically. Like even compared to Star Rail, this is like the only game I hold myself to a high standard on. See, like I'm gonna rewatch Eminence in Shadow. Yeah, I also watched that a while ago. I think I'm missing out on a season currently. And I'm dead. I thought I connected. Star Rail and Monster Hunter are my high standard games. I've never played Monster Hunter, but I heard there was a new one coming out. But apparently it's pretty demanding. I might have to get a new PC. I never played Acheron when I never played Star Rail when Acheron released. How strong was she? Miles ahead of basically any other DPS, even without Jiaoqiu. Like Acheron was genuinely the beginning of power creep. I'm not even trolling. Actually, no, it's probably like Jingliu or Dan Heng, because they were like way better than the other DPSs as well. Like if you really, now that I think about it, almost every single version has had like two staple DPSs. Like Jingliu, Dan Heng, Acheron, Firefly, and then version 3 will probably be Phanon and Castris. $38, literally the lowest possible. Acheron's my favorite. Gonna try to get her E2. Good luck. I just love getting shot through walls in this game. Feels magnificent. Can't wait for 3.1 story. Yeah. Alright, I'm kind of burnt out right now. If they make the 3.1 patch as long as the 3.0 patch, I'm not gonna lie, like, my brain's just gonna be fried. Because you guys need to keep in mind, right? Amphoreus is gonna last the entire version 3. Like, it's not like Panic Oni or Zhengzhou Luofu where it's like, oh, it's only a few patches. Like, no, this shit is for the next 8 patches. Like, what the fuck is going on? Burn out from the story as well. Yeah, not much you can do there. Yeah. Because now, like, I'm not like most content creators, you know? I don't exactly have an incentive to keep playing the game if I get burnt out. Because I don't make any money anyways. Like, yeah, I pretty much refuse to monetize my shit. So, like, it's not even like one of those things where, like, oh, I'm a content creator, it's my job, I need that money. It's like, no, I don't need that money. I don't at all, actually. I don't think the link itself was bad. It's that most of the 10 hours was nothing but puzzles and yeah, exactly. Like, it's not like the puzzles were hard. It's just that there was a million puzzles in every single room you entered. Which, like, you keep in mind, the dialogue itself is also long, right? This is the most dialogue we've ever had in the game by, I think, like 30 to 40%, even compared to Sunday's patch or the 2.2 patch, which is like 7 to 8 hours straight of dialogue, right? However, the puzzles make it even worse. I like the goat head puzzles. I like those ones too. The puzzles I'm saying sucked are the ones where you had to like use the Zagrid hand. You had to shine the blue light on a certain part of the space. You had to like go up like 3 floors, get the boulders off. You know what I'm saying? Like, The hand is OP for farming enemies. Yeah, but that doesn't do anything. Like, that doesn't really do anything unless you're somehow getting caught up in enemies. Do you think summer skins will make people pull re-ran characters? No. Wow, I just can't take anything on 40 ping. I hate how inconsistent my internet is. Imagine pulling just a goon. I mean, I know there's some people who would do it, but like the majority of people, no. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I just can't relate. I'm gonna be like, I've literally never played a gacha game because of character designs. Oh no, I have because of character designs, but like not because of an attraction to a character. But I know like that's a pretty large part of people who actually are attracted to the characters. I've always played it because like I like big numbers, and also like the designs and animations look pretty decent. You know, it's enough to keep me satisfied, especially with how convenient this game is. You change your name. Oh. Game's supposed to be played. It's not controversial. No, I know, but like I'm just saying. Like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people, especially in like anime and shit, like they'll literally only play a game or only play something for like some character they goon to or some shit. Like Tectone, yeah. Like even if they're like joking, I can never tell if Tectone is joking. I'm not gonna lie, but even if they're joking, it's like I'm usually always like I don't know. Like it kind of weirds me out sometimes when it gets like too fantasy. Yeah, the less popular a character, the less leakers care about gatekeeping the kit. Literally all it is. That's why I was so confident. I literally told people this during like Tribby and My Day leaks that there's a really good chance Castrus's kit gets like incredibly gate kept because of how popular she is, and that we'd have a Noxus kit like way before Castrus's, which genuinely ended up happening without any fail. Like, and my thing didn't edit because of my ping. Yeah, you can go play ZZZ, Abby. The only thing I want from ZZZ and HSR is 120 FPS. It completely changes how a game feels. Like, my iPad is 120 FPS, my phone is 120 FPS, my PC is 144. Like, when I'm forced to play something on 60 FPS, like, it genuinely feels so bad. Like, it's not even funny how bad it feels. Oh, uncapped. Yeah, maybe uncapped. I'm not sure. I don't know if Acheron's kit was being gate kept back then, because I didn't look at leaks back then. I didn't start looking at leaks until after Sparkle, after I was wronged by content creators. Holy fuck, like I'm just legging my ass off. Someone's phone's ringing? Yeah, it's not mine. Sparkle is doomed? I wouldn't say she's doomed, especially if we're getting that new endgame that's supposedly, might be like Imaginarium Theater from Genshin. She'll have use if you need 3 teams. I mean, obviously you'd rather pull for a new support than Sparkle, so it's like, but... Leakers were saying Imaginarium Theater and HSR, yeah. Why does it always rotate like that? They will lower the amount of jades for all endgame modes probably if they add another new one. They do it every single time. Aglaya doesn't need to be E1S1 to work properly unless you don't have her best in slot team. Then yes, that applies, but with her best in slot team, she doesn't really need E1S1 to function properly. It's like saying you need my day E1S1 because his E1 makes him AoE and his Lycone's like a 40% damage increase. Like, you can still kill everything with my dad E0S1 and E0S0, but without the best in slot teammates, it's not going to be a fun time. Yeah, it is a Tectone take, basically. I mean, to be fair, Tectone's take is with my, like, situation that I'm bringing up in mind, which is, oh, if you don't have their best in slot support, or their best in slot support is on your other team, then their performance drops dramatically, and then you want to pull for the E1 or S1, right? So, in that respect, Tectone is right. However, there is basically no DPS in this game that requires E1S1 like at all. Even E0S1. Like Acheron and fucking like Acheron is holding up so long as you have a Zhao Q basically. Now, if you have no Zhao Q and no Lycone, that's a completely different okay, that's a different beast to tackle. Okay? Completely different. Yun Li? Oh yeah, that's true. I guess Yun Li's Lycone adds a lot of taunt value to her, right? So she gets hit more often. I've never. Oh wait, no, I do have Yun Li on my old main account that I don't use anymore. What? Artifact quality is what matters most. To be honest, yeah, I agree. I don't know, like, I had someone in my comments section saying they had E0S1 Acheron and they couldn't clear like 5 cycles, I guess, with one of their teams in the MOC 12. Like, apparently they couldn't even like do MOC 11 or 10. And I was like, something's fucking wrong here, right? Because my Acheron's body doesn't have a single crit roll, not a single one. And she has two pieces that don't have double crit on them with like normal rolls, right? So in total, my Acheron's missing out on like 5 to 6 crit rolls because I haven't like farmed her domain in fucking like almost a year at this point, right? And then I threw together a Silver Wolf, a Pela that I was not aware was not on Eagle, and didn't even have a single headpiece on her. So I was wondering why her HP was kind of low. And I was able to first try like 5 cycle it. It could have been 4 cyclable as well if I played it more optimally. But I got 5 cycles on Nicanor. Now, yes, my Acheron is E1S1, but like E1 is literally just crit rate, okay? You can just do a new run for the RNG of hitting more crits. Or, as I said earlier, you can just make up for the E1 by having better relics than me. Because my relics on my Acheron are not that crazy. My Acheron has one godly piece. The rest are rated like B or B plus on a relic like stat checker. Just wait for Zhao Q to rerun. Yeah, but I also did have Zhao Q Solus. That's the thing. Like, he says he has an easier S1 Acheron, can't clear. My E1 S1 Acheron would pretty much do the same shit. Because he also said he had Silver Wolf and he was running Silver Wolf plus Pela. So it's like something's going wrong here, you know what I'm saying? Because I used the exact same team with basically the exact same character. And I cleared 5 cycles. And this guy's telling me it's taking him 8 or 9. So it's just relic quality. Like, people don't even put like 2 to 3 weeks into a relic domain, man. And they expect to actually clear the end game. Like, Pokey's point isn't entirely wrong, right? Like, there's for sure a large like portion of the game's fan base that is literally clueless when it comes to like farming for characters. But like, it doesn't like make the actual issue disappear, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've only been farming for Eagle for like 2 weeks at this point. I haven't used a single fuel or anything like that. And I already have like a full usable Eagle set for either like an attacker or someone I want to run high speed on. Like, literally 2 or 3 weeks of farming Eagle. I haven't used any relic remains on it either. Actually, I think I've only been farming Eagle for 1 week. Like 1.5 weeks maybe. Not 2 or 3. That's all RNG though. I mean, at some point, it's like, no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, it's like, no, it's not. Because it's not like, oh, like Eagle is the only one I got. No, like, no. Almost every single one of my characters, on average, 2 to 3 weeks to get a decent build. Like, at some point, it's like it's just not RNG anymore, and there's almost like it's almost humanly impossible to be as unlucky as you'd have to be to not have like a usable relic set for a character after farming for like 3 weeks. Like, it's legit like almost fucking impossible. Unless you don't play the game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't play the game, it's completely understandable. If you do play the game, it's an entirely different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're playing the game consistently and somehow all of your characters have complete shit relic sets and you just blame it on luck. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just not believing that. Okay? Like, I'm just not believing that. Like, it is not difficult to get at least one DPS on a usable relic set to clear end game. Like, it really isn't that difficult. Why is your relic RNG good? It isn't. Have you been looking at my recent community posts? The only thing I got lucky on were those two eagle pieces with speed. I used a reroll on my ER rope on Rob because I didn't get a single. Like, keep in mind, I couldn't craft a new rope. Okay, I should have thought of this before I made the video, but Rob had the variable device without crafting it. So he already had the dice on his account. So I went for the fucking reroll on the ER rope. I didn't craft it, right? So I didn't waste like self-modeling resin and all that. And I missed every single fucking roll. Uh, I think I've gone, because you guys need to keep in mind, right? I'm not going to show you all of the bad rolls I get on relics. Because at some point, that's uninteresting, right? Nobody wants to see someone lose every single time. I have probably rolled multiple Eagle relics. I mean, you guys know about my Herda incident, right? I think all of us are aware of the Herda incident here, where I dropped probably like half a month's worth of Trailblaze power into the Izumo domain. I sacrificed a shit ton of plus 15 relics and dumped over 20,000 relic remains looking for an ice damage boost sphere with double crit, and I never got it. Like, this is literally the equivalent of like over 200, okay? Over 200 Izumo spheres that I crafted and got, like, actually farmed for, and not a single one got an ice damage boost double crit. I got 4 fire damage boosts with double crit before I got a single ice damage one. I think I got multiple imaginary ones as well. And it got to the point where I had to waste a wishful resin and a self-modeling resin to craft the ice damage boost sphere myself. And then the ice damage boost sphere got complete shit crit rolls. It only got one roll into crit. So I'm not even using it currently. Like, I get unlucky. But it's like, you almost never get unlucky on multiple pieces. It's usually only like one or two that you might get unlucky on a character. It doesn't make sense to be completely unlucky for every single piece after farming a domain for like 3 weeks to a month. They never give unlimited stamina person. That would just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in all honesty, right? That would be nice, right? Because that way you can take a long ass break from the game, come back, and when you're actually like fully motivated to grind the game again, you can spend as much stamina as you want grinding relics for like newer characters or even your older ones to perform better in the end game. But they don't want to do that. Like, it's a time gated resource for a reason. You have content creators max refreshing every day, and they make money off that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never do that. I spent 2,000 stamina to get 5 god piece relics. Nice. Yeah. Like there is a limit to getting unlucky, in my opinion, 100%. And I also understand where people come from, where like they don't want to farm the Eagle set, because honestly, I don't blame them, right? For me, it's not an issue currently, because like I already farmed everything I needed for the Herda. I still don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get Tribby on my main account. It all depends on how lucky I am. Uh, but yeah, I like I don't have to farm for Tribby until Tribby actually comes out. Like it's not gonna be that hard. Like people always talk about horizontal investment. Like it takes a million years to invest into one character, but like literally, what else are you doing in this game if you're like vertically investing? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're vertically investing, you're probably vertically investing into the character's relic domain as well. So it's literally no fucking different if you're horizontally investing in relic domains for a new character every patch and vertically investing in a certain character for multiple patches, right? Trace materials, I also always see people complaining about trace materials. I literally don't understand why. Like I'm genuinely clueless, because traces are the easiest things to level up in the world. You don't need maxed out traces if you're like not a content creator, like going for zero cycles. Most of the time you only need like up to level 8. Like it only takes you a few days to max out traces on a new character, man. It's just like people are making it out to be like it's some fucking extreme labor that takes a huge toll on them. I don't understand it, man. Yeah, like traces are literally permanent. Like you should always farm traces before you farm relics, right? And even then, you have time to prepare for a new character. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, I like ever since I got Herda, like I haven't farmed Herda's domain in like 3 weeks or something. Like I got my relics for Herda pretty fucking fast, if I'd say so myself, right? You also get some fuel from the battle pass, all that stuff, right? So I spent like 2 or 3 weeks farming Castorus's domain, and it's like, you know, like I have so much free time on my hands when it comes to farming domains and traces, even though I pretty much horizontally invest. If you really think about it, I pulled in 2.5 Fei Xiao, Robin, and Ling Sha. In 2.6, I pulled Evan. In 2.7, I tried to pull Sunday, but I lost a 50-50. 3.0, I pulled Herda. 3.1, I pulled Tribby. 3.2, I pulled Anoxa. I am a horizontal investor. I have zero fucking issues farming for characters. I'm just gonna say it how it is, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Anoxa being a win set user is like the only reason I started farming Eagle. Like that was genuinely the only reason I started farming Eagle, because it's like the set next to Eagle is complete shit. Like it's genuinely complete shit. And sometimes like there will be days where I'll only get that shitty ass ice set for damn near every single relic domain run. And it's like, what the fuck am I doing here? Right? Like I'm just wasting my Trailblaze power. But like now that Anoxa, like he's 100% gonna use that set, right? So now that Anoxa can use that, it's like, oh, like I actually have a reason to farm this domain. And I also killed two birds with one stone. Like the decent pieces with crit stats that I get, I can put on Anoxa, and then the pieces with speed that I get, I can put on like RMC, I can put on Serval, I can put on Pela. Like I knocked two birds with one stone that way. I'm wondering what's the thought process behind the weakness implant in the Noxus kit. Like, I can't think of how that benefits the Herdas team. Honestly, I just think it's a gimmick, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Anoxa's weakness implant makes any fucking sense either. Like, if I'm just being honest, um, because like the thing with Anoxa is, yes, he implants weakness, but it is not like Silver Wolf implanting weakness, where like you get res pen on a certain enemy, or like they get debuffed or slowed or whatever, right? Like it's literally just spamming implant weakness, and then the more weaknesses you implant, the more damage he does. That's basically it, right? So I don't know. Oh, wait, hear me out. We recently got like a leak that Hule isn't gonna have a toughness bar, or like maybe be weak to anything, and that the only way to hurt his toughness bar is through like ads that he has next to him. Maybe Anox is a counter to that. I don't know. Maybe Anox is somehow a counter to that. You need to dual Hule. I mean, there's that as well, but like, I'm mainly just focusing on the him not being able to get his toughness bar reduced. With Anoxa's existence, how could they buff Silverwolf? Everyone is saying she could turn AoE. Yeah, that's basically it. Either AoE or Blast. I think Blast would be fine. I think AoE might be a little too broken in my opinion. I do think AoE Silverwolf giving every single enemy like slow increased res, but like all I think that might be too broken, and it would like completely replace Pela, and she'd genuinely be like a must pull character. But I think like Blast would be completely fine. Because the thing is, if we're all being honest, she I'm fine with her having way better weakness implant and debuffing capabilities than Anoxa, because Anoxa 100% does way more damage than Silverwolf. Like, it's not even like Anoxa is like power creeping Silverwolf's kit and not power creeping anything else. It's like he's 100% gonna do some big dig damage, right? And Silverwolf, let's be honest, does not do big dig damage in the slightest, right? Unless you get her Eidolons plus Lycone plus like hyper carry supports, right? Overheal meta incoming? I have no clue. I mean, it could be possible with Hyacine, but I don't know about Overheal because according to the leakers, the only sustain who can sustain Castris and the team well with Castris is Hyacine. So I'm not sure on that. Guys, I'm not taking any Castris leaks seriously, man. Like, literally the only thing about Castris I'm taking seriously is she has a dragon. Dragon does damage. She is HP scaler. That is literally all I'm taking seriously with Castris right now. The leakers are just like full trolling. Like I've genuinely never seen something like this before. Like they're all just trolling. Like I remember seeing a leak yesterday about there being an Aquila boss in 3.2 with like boss mats that a Noxa would need to level him up. And then it's like what's it called? Another leaker called them out on the info by saying something like, "Oh, like are you sure we don't have info on this?" And then they responded, "I don't know, LOL." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a troll fest. Is Anoxa still best in slot for the Herda? I mean, nothing, literally, almost nothing has changed for Anoxa. Yes, he's still best in slot for Herda. Like, literally, like, Anoxa's kit from, like, 2 weeks ago and Anoxa's kit now, like, barely anything has fucking changed. He's still best in slot for Herda. Like, there's no reason why he wouldn't be. When is V1? Like 3 or 4 days, I'm pretty sure. Like usually a few hours to a day before the new patch drops, basically. That's usually how it is. Did you see that 200 crit damage trace? Yeah, I did. Which it makes sense why his Lycone is supposedly crit rate. You're probably going to want to build him on a lot of crit rate if he has that much crit damage. I think currently on my Serval, I'm like using my Serval as like a puppet for his relics. And I think I had like 60 crit rate with 160 crit damage. And there's like 2 eagle pieces that really need work. And a rope that as well needs some work for an Oxa. And I'm going to pull his Lycones. So I'm going to get crit rate out of his Lycone as well. Unless I lose the 75-25, of course. There's also that. I could lose the 75-25. Do you think Castris will be stronger than Herda? Yeah. I mean, the thing about Castris is I think she won't be stronger than Herda until probably Hyacine, maybe. Because a max HP scaling sustain, or a sustain that can maybe overheal if she actually needs that, or increases max HP, would be the equivalent of like a Harmony to any other DPS. So I think Hyacine will probably be a best in slot for Castris, and probably as well my day. And that'll make her better than Herda. If I don't get Tribby, is Robin and Anoxa a second option? Huh? I mean, sure, but Anoxa probably wants to be paired with another Erudition. So, figure that out yourself. Like Small Herda, Serval, you know, all of those guys. You're also not going to get as much value out of him without Tribby because he should be like a semi often old spammer. So, like, we're talking possibly like Argenti levels here. So you're missing out on a lot of fucking value if you don't pull Tribby with him. I also heard, according to the leakers, that he's really skill point hungry. Like, you usually want to use his skill every single turn he takes. So, having Robin, who, like, doesn't exactly generate any skill points, and she's actually usually skill point negative without the light cone, it's for sure questionable, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? Just wait till the in-game leaks come out. If that Castros revive thing is real, Bailu needs to put the fries in the bag. I mean, she's been putting the fries in the bag, man. She's been putting the whole Happy Meal in the bag. Like, this was just the nail in the coffin, right? Like, basically no longer putting the fries in the bag, but like a janitor sweeping the floors. It's just the complete last level. I wouldn't even be surprised if Hyacine got something similar, but I don't think they will. I think they'll just make Hyacine like an incredibly overpowered healer. I do think that's pretty much it. Like, even Luocha probably won't compare to her. Yeah, Hyacine is 3.3. It's not confirmed if Cypher is 3.3 or not. It's like Cypher and Phanon are interchangeable for 3.3 according to leakers. It used to be that Phanon was guaranteed 3.4, but they changed it. Now it's either Cypher or Phanon that can run in 3.3 with Hyacine. I do think, though, it would be better placement if it was 3.4. But then again, Hoyo doesn't really care about better placement. Like, more people would have to spend money on Jades to be able to afford Phanon after pulling My Day or Castris and Hyacine. So that would actually probably make them more money if they put Phanon in 3.3. Is the Castris light cone leakage true? I mean, probably. I don't see any reason for it to be wrong. No Pride win list drop. Time for you to become a React ND. I'm good, bro. I'll give you guys my quick thoughts on it instead. No like content or anything like that. That literally just my honest to God thoughts. Pridewin.gg. Is it Memory of Chaos? Tier list. Aglaea's T 0.5 still. I don't know why. Is it just the MOC tab? Almost everyone is taking longer to clear. Aglaea's taking longer to clear. Argenti's number one because of the Argenti Herda combo, which will soon be replaced by Anoxa, by the way. Whoa somehow is clearing faster. I guess because of AoE characters using Whoa that can better take advantage of the bugs or Nikador. Herda's clearing faster. Sunday's clearing faster. Linkshaw, Rappa, blah 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 blah. Yep. Firefly's at 9.3. Jesus, man. I mean, to be fair, I don't think there's anything that's fire weak in this entire MOC. So it's not entirely her fault. Not to mention that it's basically completely AoE focused, but yeah, that's pretty tough. Fei Xiao actually clears faster this MOC. I'm assuming that's against the Swarm. Or I don't know how Fei Xiao performs against the Nikador. But I'm assuming, I mean, it's actually probably against the Nikador now that I think about it. The Swarm isn't one weak, I'm not sure. The fastest clears are still around 7 cycles is telling, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I mean, that is E0 and old Lycons, I think, so it's not even, like, low cost. I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Is an E0S1 the Herda really clearing that slowly? Like, am I crazy, or could you not, like, put it on auto? An E0S1 Herda would probably clear faster than, what was it, like 7 or 8 cycles here? Yeah, 8 cycles is the average for an E0S1 the Herda on Pride Win. Like, does that even make any sense? Like, how is that even possible? I'm genuinely dumbfounded. Do people just, like, not put relics or, like, not have any teammates? Because it's like, it's not even like a... It's not even like a duo DPS situation where it's like, oh, the relic quality might be ass. It's like, no, like, you literally just run rainbow speed on small Herda. You maybe run rainbow speed on literally every fucking one else. And you're clearing in like 3 or 4 cycles. Oh, it combines both sides. So 4 cycles on one side and 4 cycles on the other side is the average. Okay, I see. That makes more sense because I'm pretty sure you could put E0S1 the Herd on auto and she'd clear faster in 8 cycles. Blade is dispatching bosses in 10 cycles in this MOC? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, let's see how those buffs go, guys. Let's see how those buffs go. Blade will be stronger than Castris. Yeah, he's probably not even gonna be close to my day. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I really hope Castris ends up being significantly better than my day at E0S0. Like at E0S0. Or even E0 like S1. Because I'm not gonna lie, my day gets like an entirely different level of performance when you get his E1S1. And like I'm fine. Well, I'm not fine with it, but like I can deal with it being the same for Castris if Castris's like baseline power is higher than my days. I still can't believe I had like I still can't believe I was arguing with my comment section back then that thought E1S1 my day was the strongest like my day was the strongest DPS in the game. It's like, you know, no matter what I did to show them, it's like, no, my day's now the strongest DPS in the game. You wanted power creep, and he's still weaker than fucking Herda Naglea. Oh my god. Wait, is it 2 days until V1 drops? Is it really that close? I thought it was like 3 or 4. The Yun Lee commenter was entertaining too. What, the one that said they'd get they said something about getting more value out of their E2 Yun Lee than horizontally investing in like a full premium team with support. Yeah, that was like the dumbest shit I've ever read. And the crazy thing is people like that comment too. Because you know people are mad at me for saying vertical investment is usually trash, but it's like it's just the truth, man. It's literally just the truth. Like if you okay, so I believe when like the whole debate was going on about Poke's power creep bullshit, right? Pokey made a video showing that the minimum amount of limited 5 stars a account from 1.0, okay, keep in mind, beginning of the game 1.0 could get was like 8 limited 5 stars from 1.0 to like 2.7 or 3.0. And that is literally the cost of one E6S1 character. And two E2S1 characters are the same cost, right? Like, it is literally, like, retarded to spend that much cost and vertically invest in a character, especially a DPS, unless you just like that character more or you already have a shit ton of units on your account, right? That's literally the only case scenario. Surely my E6 still is the strongest DPS still. Oh my god. It's just like people don't understand it. They get so blinded by their attachment to like a character or like whatever. It's like you just have to look at the facts sometimes, right? E0S1 Sunday versus E6S1 Sparkle. Who would win? E6S1 Blade versus E0S1 My Day. Who would win? Right? Fucking, like, what is it? I think E2S1 Herda beats E6S1 Acheron as well. It's just like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not to mention, right? Yun Li is physical destruction, and she's rerunning I think 2 to 3 patches before Phanon, who should also be the new physical destruction. So honestly, I'd love to see E2 Yun Lee, really hold her physical destruction DPS title against Phanon. Let's all see how that showdown goes, right? I absolutely can't wait to see Yun Lee holding her own against a Phanon. Absolutely. She's gonna get swept? No, exactly. Yeah, 100% she's gonna get swept. Keep in mind, like the characters I just brought up were all like meta characters at the times that broke the ceiling of the game. Yun Li, even within 2.x, was for sure one of the weaker DPS drops between like Acheron, Firefly, and Fei Xiao. So you can imagine how the weaker end of the DPS of 2.x would end up being power crept by Phanon, the literal like fucking Kevin Coslana, whatever the fuck his name is, right? Like the guy is literally the main character of the story basically. It's like let's all see how Yun Li holds up to him. Can you please explain what vertical investment is? I don't understand. It's when you invest more time and more resources into a select few characters compared to widely spreading your time and resources for multiple characters, leading to those multiple characters not having as good of relic quality as if you were to vertically invest in a character. Or this applies to like Eidolons as well, Eidolons and Lycones. Like a vertically invested Herda could be like E2S1. A horizontally invested Herda is usually like E0S0. New equals better is usually the case, yeah. That's why I don't understand. Like, people are like, oh, horizontal investment sucks because E0S0 of new characters get power crept in 2 months. And it's like, okay, bro. Like, who gives a shit? Bro, you're Yun Lee. You're Yun Lee. The Yun Lee guy. I'm talking to the Yun Lee guy here. Your Yun Lee is getting beaten by an E0 My Day. Okay? Hop off my nuts. That My Day is going to last longer than your Yun Lee. He doesn't even have a best in slot teammate yet either. That's the thing. Like, My Day does not have Hyacine yet. Hyacine is 100% going to make the max HP scalers even better. It's like, if you get one new DPS at E0S0, they are probably going to last you in the end game for at least half a year pretty comfortably. So long as you have their E0S0 teammates, right? Like 100% that's going to happen. Like, these vertical investors are literally putting in triple to quadruple the cost into their DPS for them to only last like maybe twice longer, if not even shorter of a duration than that. It's like the returns you're getting for the cost you're putting in is just very clearly worse than horizontal. Like, it's just like Statistically, it is just almost always worse. I mean, the thing is, you don't have to cheese nuts. Like, I am considering the literal, like, worst case scenario of horizontal investment where you're pretty much always pulling for a new character every single patch. But, like, horizontal investment doesn't just mean, like, constantly randomly pulling characters. It just means that you don't invest too much into, like, characters that, like, often, right? So you like an E0S0 My Day with his best in slot team is probably gonna like carry you for like more than half a year, right? Like if we look at an E0S0 Acheron with an E0S0 Jiaoqiu currently, they are clearing endgame. They 100% are. In fact, I think E0S0 Acheron with Jiaoqiu has like one of the highest scores in pure fiction possible, like nearly an average of 40k. Like, if you just pull for the support, the best in slot support for a DPS, it doesn't matter if they aren't like really vertically invested in. Like, you can go like patches without pulling and keep using that exact same team for a long time. Like my Fei Xiao is still doing fine in this MOC. Now, yes, she has ratios Lycone. However, this can be made up for by just like better relic quality in the supports and the current like the bug that I used Fei Xiao against wasn't win weak and I still got a 5 cycle. It could have been a 4 cycle, right? And I've been using Fei Xiao. She's E0S1. Avin's E0S0. March 7th is obviously a 4 star, and my Robin is E0S0 as well. It's like if I just put in like a little bit for E1 Robin on my main account and I didn't go for Tribby, then I'd be clearing in like 2 to 3 cycles with my Fei Xiao on average with a sustain. It's like yeah, that's almost how it always is. Like Prophet One, like it's the same with Herda, right? Like I've already said this before, but my E2S1 Herda by herself will probably be weaker than like an E0S1 Herda that has Tribby plus Anoxa, right? Because like that entire team is supposed to synergize together and make them shine a lot more. Like it's no different with Acheron, right? Like Zhao Q is much bigger to Acheron than her E1 or her S1 and even arguably her E2. Like Zhao is that good of a niche support. Yeah, Abby. Kinda. Not really DPS, but like it's just a little bit of damage here and there. Yeah, it's a team game at the end of the day, exactly. But yeah, that's just why I don't agree with vertical investment. Now, this is all about value, right? Like, I think I'm gonna have to start prefacing this more in my videos because if I don't like say it right in front of people's faces multiple times, they'll instantly go in the comments and like I'll literally have to start every video by saying this is pure value. And I'm gonna have to say it like 3 times over so people understand. Cause like I get people in my comments feels crafting about their E2 Yunli, their E2 Dill, their E6 Dill. Like it's just all feels craft, man. And I'm pretty sure these are people who spend money on the game anyways. Like, especially if you're talking about having like an E6 character, there's like a very, very small minority of the game who are free to play players and have an E6 of a limited. Like, that is genuinely like insane. Like, I'm talking about like free to plays and low spenders here, and these guys are bringing up their E6s. It's like, I don't think you're the target audience. Do you think it's still worth it to pick up Zhao Q for E00 Acheron whenever he reruns? Um, if you like the character enough, sure. Value wise, no. I think you should 100% just go for a new character. Wait, are you saying that my E1S1 Sela? I mean, this is what I'm saying, right? Like, the statistics are there, guys. Like, you can choose to not believe. You can choose to believe that Hoyo is suddenly going to stop their power creep and HP inflation. But, like, a lot of old E6 DPSs are losing to new E01s. Like, it's like, it's not even like I'm trying to make this up and, like, fear monger people with, like, propaganda or some shit. It's like, no, like, I literally go on Pride Win and you can literally see an E6 Jing Yuan getting his ass completely beat by an E0 Aglaya. Like, it's absolutely insane what the numbers actually show. No, I know, Wolf, I know. God edits, thank you. I mean, China is getting mad, so I mean, yeah, and that's considering like the Chinese community is usually the more hardcore compared to EN. Like EN 100% has more casuals than the CN community. But the fact that even they complain about it and feel it is like that's how you know it's actually getting bad. Like the thing is, it isn't exactly an issue assuming you never stop playing the game. However, that is where the issue actually arises, right? Because the entire point of gacha games is that they are supposed to be targeted towards casuals, right? They aren't supposed to be like Fortnite, where you genuinely have to like get over a skill gap and spend like months of your time improving at the game to actually be able to like start doing decently in tournaments or ranked, right? Like it's not supposed to be a competitive game. It's supposed to be a casual solo player game. So why the fuck does it feel like you have to play the game every day all day long to like get your jades, farm the relics, spend all your energy. Oh, there's a new hyper specific relic set for the new DPS. Now you need to put in like 2 weeks of farming into that relic domain. Can't miss a single day of getting jades unless you want to spend money. It's just stupid. Like it's literally stupid. Like the entire reason why I got into gacha games in the first place was the convenience. I wanted a game that was simple, easy, and semi enjoyable after getting off of Fortnite because I think anyone can tell by my gameplay, right? I've put a lot of hours into this game. Every time I play this game, I'm sweating. I'm overthinking in literally every single fight I'm in, which obviously leads to me growing tired faster when I play this game. I want something to just relax on and you know, I can go on maybe 2 or 3 times a week and I can come in every patch, get a character. I can still clear the end game fine so long as I pulled the last patch's character. It doesn't work like that anymore, bro. Like it literally just doesn't work like that. That's why, like, ever since Pokey had his take about, like, oh, it's the player's fault. The player's fault that they feel power creep. It's like, he's not wrong, right? This is the thing. He isn't wrong, right? It technically is because of the players, but it's just like, what do you want them to do? You know what I'm saying? Like the entire reason why they got into the game was to be a casual game that they just play here and then. Bro, why is my wall creaking? Is there like a ghost in my room knocking on my windows? Like what the fuck is that? Is that from outside? I have zero fucking clue what's going on, bro. Behind you, bro. I am inside your walls, Gabby. Your drywall is so good, I can't stop myself. Okay, guys. Is it that rain? No, it's not rain. Like, I randomly just started hearing a creaking noise. I think maybe on my bedroom window. And now it's just like doing that sound over and over again. We can hear it too? Yeah, it's not rain. I think something might be like literally breaking inside the walls or some shit. Ice cream wall flavor. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's it. Also, Mr. Pokey Max refreshes. Like, that man has ungodly relic quality on his main account. No, I'm not on Twitch. What comments are you reading? The ones in my YouTube chat. Is the foundation old or something? Probably. Yeah, I know Mr. Pokey looks up leaks. He just doesn't, he's not able to say it. But, like, the man literally dropped, like, a million subtle hints on Caster's kit. He dropped a million subtle hits on Tribby's kit. It's pretty obvious, you know what I'm saying? He'll get banned? No, he wouldn't get banned. He'd only get banned if he were to show like V1, V2, V3 testing. If you just talk about leaks normally, like without any actual like gameplay or like proof, like it doesn't matter. They can't ban you. That's why there's people with tens of thousands of subscribers who talk about leaks and are openly on like their actual in-game account and they just never get banned. He loses access to create a server? Yeah, but who gives a fuck, honestly? Like, the creator server literally makes him late as shit to every single thing. Like, he could get a million times more content outside of the creator server. The actual thing is that he probably gets paid. That's probably the main thing. He probably gets paid a decent chunk by Hoyo. So, that's probably what he doesn't want to lose out on. Yeah, Wolf. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Don. Like, imagine if Mr. Pokey... Like, actually, no, Mr. Pokey couldn't do this, right? Because this actually would get his main account banned. But, like, hypothetically, he could literally just get, like, a private server or a beta server, and he could literally make content on V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Or he could just make content talking about it in the first place. Because Pokey is, like, really good at yapping. Like, it comes when you stream for a long time and make content for a long time. But he can easily turn, like, a kit leak into, like, a 20 to 30 minute video. Oh, yeah, bro, man, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't blame him. That's really risky. It really isn't. Like, how many subscribers does iSummon have, bro? iSummon has 12,000 subscribers. Multiple videos with over 10K views on leaks. The man openly uses his main account on stream and in videos. He is not banned. There is nothing wrong with talking about leaks unless you're literally participating in actual gameplay or showing actual early gameplay. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Even my main HSR account would have been banned a long time ago if you could get banned over speculating about leaks. Because the thing is, leaks always change. So Hoyo barely gives a shit if you leak it or not. Because if anything, all you're doing is building hype for a character, and you're gonna make them sell more for them. So, like, if you keep making content on leaks, then that's literally better for Hoyo in the long run. It's when you're actually leaking, like, actual in-game play shit, it's like, okay, wait up, wait up. This is supposed to be, like, really hype for the new people. Like, why are you leaking this, right? Yeah, literally get rid of the contract. Like, I don't know how much he's getting paid by Hoyo. Like, I genuinely have zero clue. I'm assuming it's a good amount since it stops him from talking about leaks at all, but I mean that, or maybe he's just straight up like. I guess the more you've invested into your account, the more afraid you might be. And I think he does have like an E6 Acheron on his main account and an E6 Firefly. So I guess I wouldn't want to risk losing that either. No, High Summon is not a Hoyo contractor. Uh, no, Waffle. It doesn't matter how big they are. I need you guys to keep in mind, Zajef in Genshin would openly talk about leaks, and this guy was bigger than Pokey at that time. At this time in Genshin, he would literally openly talk about Genshin leaks all the time. And he didn't get any action taken against him until he actually showed something to do with an in-game leak and not just a kit leak. And this was back in like Zajef's prime when he was getting like 1 to 2,000 views on streams. And he was getting like a lot of views on his Genshin videos and shit. Like they literally don't do shit unless you actually show in gameplay leaks. I don't know, Abby. Reruns are always subject to change. I mean, Mr. Pokey 100% knows about leaks. He even hints at it in streams and videos at times. Like, even in some of his recent videos, where he like uses Twitter Grok AI to get a so-called assumption of Castrus's kit, and literally Grok AI gets the full kit leak for Castrus, and he has it like still in the video. Like, the Hoyo employees aren't retarded. Like, I think they're fully aware that Pokey is also aware of the kit leaks. They just don't give a shit so long as he isn't, like, out there being like, hey, by the way, Castrus... Like, he literally said in his most recent video that Castrus and My Day are HP scalers. There's literally zero way he'd have any clue Castrus is an HP scaler. Literally fucking zero. Like... And he said this before the planar set even got leaked for Castrus. So like, most of the time he just doesn't care. Like literally, the Hoyo employees also don't give a shit. Now, if you go on your stream and you go into a video like making full on like in gameplay leaks, like yeah, you're probably fucked. I mean, if you talk about leaks at all in the first place, you're probably fucked if you have a contract. But without a contract, if we're only talking about like getting banned in the game, like the only way that's gonna happen is if you do in-game leaks. He did speculate on it because of the new bone set, yeah. I also want people to keep in mind that before the Tribby leaks came out, yet we knew about Tribby's existence, he was not as hyped for Tribby like before that. Like before we had actual Tribby kit leaks, he was like, "Oh, you should 100% pull for Robin. You're bricking your account if you don't pull for Robin. Robin's 100% like a must pull for any account." And then the second the Tribby leaks came out in like V1 or V2, he started being way more reserved with his opinions on Tribby and saying that it might be worth to go for Tribby more on his new account than Robin. Like it just doesn't get any more obvious. Yeah. I don't remember that, Eden. I didn't really watch HSR content creators all that much back then. Yeah, Tribby E1 as well. Like that shit is like completely busted. Yeah, you can go ahead and skip her. I'll pull her. She's meta. That's all I care about. I mean, I probably won't pull her on Rob since I don't think Castris will need her, but on my main account I am. I really don't understand why people hate kid characters so much. Like, it's low-key never something I've understood, but there are many things I don't understand that other people feel about something, so I'm not gonna try and be like, oh my god, like why aren't you pulling for the meta kid character? Like what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like it's not that serious. Because gotcha's about gooning, yeah, but Tribby isn't like that. Like that's a thing. Like even in all of her animations and shit, like her design, the way she's being sold, like there's nothing about gooning at all. Like in the slightest. Like it's literally just spamming rockets from space on other enemies. Like if anything, she has one of the most fun like play styles and animations in the entire game. Well, yeah, obviously it isn't an actual kid, right? Like technically Tribby is like old as fuck, but like if we're talking about her actual adult form, but they think old kids are annoying brats or yeah. Beta footage tomorrow? I'm not sure. Would have liked to get her if we got her adult form. Yeah, I agree. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that like I wouldn't have preferred the adult form I saw in the trailer. Like 100%, the adult form has a better overall design. But it's like I just don't think it's like that serious, you know? Like I don't see Tribby and then become like absolutely disgusted at the thought of pulling her. Like I'm just completely indifferent. Like it doesn't really like I'm not exactly interested in her at all as a character and like I am with like My Day and Castris, but I mean if she's good, she's good, you know, she's good with my Herda, so I might as well pick her up, you know what I'm saying? It's also the voice, Karugo. It's also the voice. It would have been a lot like I agree that the kid voices in old gacha games are basically like incredibly high pitched on purpose and it's really fucking annoying. But the voice as well. It's because they're waiting for the next character to goon to. Yeah. I mean that's pretty much all I see for Honkai Star Rail, I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like I don't know if you guys have been on TikTok, but like Honkai Star Rail TikTok is either people giving think pieces on power creep or basically people lusting for some weird ass like character, like not necessarily weird ass character, but like literally any character in the game. That's basically it. Like the second I started watching HSR TikToks for like even like the first day, I immediately got recommended like thirst edits of my day, and like the comments on that shit is crazy, bro. Like, oh my god, Herda as well, Herda, Aglaya as well. Like people go fucking crazy. It's the goon apocalypse out here in like 2025. I quit social media 2 years ago. Nice. I've always been on and off with social media, and to be honest, the only reason I haven't gone back to off is because of YouTube. Otherwise, I would have gone back to off a long time ago. Like a long time ago. Social media is always like pretty boring to me, I'm not gonna lie. I could care less about it. Fan base for this game is cooked, gives it such a bad rep. Nah, I agree. The thing is, I can't even like get mad at the people who are like that because it's like that's literally who these games are targeting themselves towards. Like they don't even try to hide it either. Like they try to make the designs as appealing as possible so that people like genuinely grow attached to the like that is literally the point of it. Um I kind of want to watch Dragon Ball. I think I'd rewatch Dragon Ball Super, but I don't know if I'd rewatch the entirety of Dragon Ball. There's a lot of anime where sometimes I go back and like I rewatch Naruto a lot of times. I don't think I would do it again though, cause like I just don't have as much time or free time as I did when I was a kid. So watching like 500 episodes of Shippuden isn't exactly on my list of things I want to do. But I absolutely love the Naruto War arc. I love One Piece. One Piece is very fillery. However, there's a lot of like good fights and scenes in One Piece that would also make it kind of worth it. I already watched Mab and I didn't like it all that much. In my opinion, it's the most overhyped anime I've ever watched. Like I literally watched the entire thing. Even at the beginning of watching it, I didn't think I didn't understand the hype, but I kept watching the entirety of Mab just to like finally see if I could like try and get it. And it's like it was a okay anime in my opinion. Like it was okay. It was better than most, but I just didn't understand why people were like talking about FMAB like it's the greatest thing to ever exist. Did you watch Marshall? I think I watched the first 2 seasons. I don't know if there's a third. She's best in slot for Herda. And technically in Oxa as well, I think. No, I haven't seen Land of the Lustrous. I'm not watching any anime currently. I need to get back in on it at some point. The thing is, like, nah, I don't know. I just do so many things at the same time. Please play God of War. I've already played all of the God of Wars. God of War 1, God of War 2, God of War 3, God of War Ghost of Sparta, God of War, like the older Kratos and the most recent newer God of War. Literally the first game I ever played in my life went out. I was like 5 years old, and I was watching my uncle play on I think his PS3 God of War, and he let me play the game for like hours. Now, obviously, a 5-year-old kid probably shouldn't be playing that shit, because the old God of Wars don't exactly have censorship. However, I didn't really like. I was never like a gooning kid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a shit about it. So yeah, that was the first game I ever played. And then my mom came in my room at some point. She found out I was playing it and got me the fuck off that shit. I used to make fun of my uncle for always playing video games instead of going outside, until like I got a lot older and I could actually like afford things to play video games on. It's like, oh, like I get it now. Blood? Not exactly blood censorship. I mean like naked woman basically. Like I think in God of War 1 or God of War 2, there's like an area where you can literally just get laid by like some random fucking like mermaids or some shit. I don't know. Escapism for a lot of people, yeah. Me personally, it isn't escapism, but like I just like playing games usually because of a like a skill gap or skill level or something. I mean, you could say HSR is kind of escapism, but not from real life, but like escapism from like other games, kinda, which is actually kind of funny. Cause like HSR would literally never be my main game. Like if HSR were ever my main game, I'd probably just quit the game entirely. Like I only play HSR to like cool off from other games. Play Spider-Man 2. I'm pretty sure you need a PlayStation console for that. I sold my PlayStation console a while ago. A while ago. Will you play other gacha games? No. I don't have any other plan. No. I'm already busy as is. I have my real life. I have Fortnite. I have HSR. And I have content creation. And I'm playing 2 accounts at the same time on HSR. I do not want any other fucking else thing in my life right now. Fortnite is your life? Not really. I'll probably quit this game soon again. I'll probably quit it soon. For like another like 6 months or 3 months or whatever. And I'll come back again. Play it for a little bit, quit again. I always do the same thing with Fortnite. It's just phases. I never recommend a gacha game. I mean, yeah. That's why I'm saying I never make a gacha game my main game. Because I just quit it. Like, straight up. Gacha games should almost never be used as a main game. Like, it's literally just chores. And the content is usually extremely fucking boring and just stagnant. Like, there's a reason why I always complain about the story being too long, but you never see me like overpraising the story or the content. Because like realistically, gacha games are literally the bottom of the barrel way of exploiting the most amount of money you can out of like people who just like gacha games. Like it's literally just a free money simulator. If you can just make a decently graphical gacha game that isn't complete dog shit. Being a content creator for gacha games must be a chore. Not really, not for me. I don't feel like gacha content creation is a chore for me. Because this is literally just like a hobby currently, and I only upload whenever I want to. I don't get paid for it at all. Now, if you were to get paid for it and it's like your actual job, yeah. Yeah, probably. But me personally, I don't really care all that much. It's like playing the game for me is more annoying than making content. Because when I'm making content, all I have to do is talk and have like my own personality and opinions, right? That's like literally a normal conversation with anyone. But feeling like I'm forced to play the game every single day, it just feels like shit, man. I have no problems with spending money on gacha, especially the monthly pass. Like battle pass, even the battle pass is already like a massive stretch for me. The only reason I've been doing it lately is because I want to get like a bunch of units in 3.x. But the monthly pass has like incredible value to me because there are some days where I just don't want to do dailies in the slightest. And so the monthly pass giving 90 jades versus the daily 60, it's like I log on real quick. I don't even have to do dailies or anything. I instantly get 90 jades. Like, I very much appreciate that. I'm literally saving like 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of my time every single day by buying a monthly pass. And in my opinion, that's worth the fucking like 7 Canadian or whatever. No, dailies in HSR aren't 2 minutes. They're 100% longer, especially if you're specifically farming domains or something. It doesn't matter how short of a time it is, guys. What matters is that you have to do it every day, okay? It's not 3 minutes either, guys. It's only 3 minutes if you do it the absolutely most optimal way. It's usually like 5 minutes. Like I've literally done dailies with my E2 S1 Herta before, and doing one Calyx with 6 levels, which is 60 Trailblaze power, takes like 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, like almost every single time. I know this because I was trying to do my dailies fast enough once, because on Asia servers 3 p.m. my time is when the dailies reset, and I was trying to do the previous dailies at like 2:57, and when I went into the Calyx at like 2:58, I couldn't finish in time within like 2 to 3 minutes, and that was only one run. You usually do like two or three. Not to mention, you also like do other shit as well. It's like I just don't want to do that. Well, yeah, that's an addiction, Karuko. Yeah, that's different. You know what I'm saying? When you're like fully invested into the game and like you have no problem doing anything for Jades, yeah. Like then it's fine, but also, I just want to mention that like the amount of Jades you get from dailies are pretty ass in the first place anyways. Like I'm not gonna lie, for doing dailies every single day, I think you only get like an extra like 20 pulls a patch, if not less. Because I know the monthly pass, which gives 90 every single day, plus 300 when you originally buy it, only gets you like an extra 23 pulls a patch. So like dead ass, like dailies do not give you that many pulls. It's mainly all events and like new quests and shit. Well, there you go, Jay. Yeah, like that's not even enough to guarantee a limited. Like that's just so fucking shit. Yeah, there's also the Jades from Divergent Universe and Divergent Universe resets and stuff like that. They're not that much, but dailies are free, so is everything else, man. I don't know what point you're exactly trying to make, but like doing Divergent Universe, doing events, doing Endgame, those are all free as well. The point is that you could literally go an entire patch not doing dailies, and you'd only miss out on like 15 pulls. Like it's like if you have the money and you're like lazy like me whenever I'm not making content, like whenever I'm not trying to do like the YouTube shit, literally just buy the monthly pass, never do dailies, and you're genuinely making still like 1.5x, if not more, Jades than you would from dailies if you just never did dailies into the monthly pass. You're trading money for time and comfort like usual. I mean, I just don't see why like anyone wouldn't do it unless they're either someone who's like younger without money or they live in a country with a significantly worse currency. Because if you really think about it, dailies are taking at a minimum like 5 minutes a day, right? And one patch, or sorry, let's say 30 days, right? Because the monthly pass is for 30 days. So you're spending 150 minutes every single month on dailies, which is like, what, 2.5 hours? And it's literally like 4 or 5 USD to buy the monthly pass, which is like a third of the average American wage hourly. Like, you are just way more saving time than you are losing time or like losing money. Free to play is less stressful than whaling or low spender. I don't agree at all. I don't agree. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually a lot less stressful for me when I spend money on the game. Like, being a low spender, just a monthly pass alone gets you an extra 23 pulls a month. And then the battle pass also gives you like a total of 30 combined with the monthly pass. It's like, if you're free to play and you're like 10, 10 you're like 10 to 20 pulls off of soft pity for a character you really want because you lost the 50-50 earlier, but the patch is going to reset soon. There's nothing you can do about that. You literally have to sit there and watch as that character you wanted ever so badly disappears because you didn't have enough pulls to hit the soft pity again. Like, I've literally never had this issue ever since I actually started spending on monthly pass for my accounts. That happened with Rappa. Sorry to hear that. Play some actually. Yeah. Like, I think gacha games are pretty shitty content wise, person. Like, 100%. Like, that's why I play games like Fortnite. Like, Fortnite is one of, like, the highest content games in the world right now. Like, arguably, just straight up the highest content. Like, it is really hard to beat Fortnite and, like, when it comes to what the content offers. Like, there are also better games like solo player games, like Elden Ring, God of War, all that bullshit, right? Like, there are way better games than these gachas. I just play gachas because of the convenience. Yeah, Roblox too, yeah. Just spend money, it's not that hard, yeah. That's what a whale would say. Whenever a free-to-play complains about not being able to clear endgame, hey, why don't you just pull for E2s and E6s? Huh? What's wrong with you? Just pull for E2s and E6s. Just pull better. Just win more. Just spend more. What's with that weak-ass mindset of giving up? Subway Surfer was peak on release? I agree. I used to play that shit like crazy when I was smaller. I'm already kind of in sunk cost fallacy with my time. I'm not gonna lie. I do not feel time sunk cost fallacy on a HSR because of the power creep. Like in most games, I would. Don't get me wrong. Like games like Fortnite and shit, because like I still retain some of my skill, and it's like, oh, I kind of want to come back to this game because I put so much time in it. But I do not feel that with HSR, because in HSR, like the units just get power crept so fucking fast. It's like your account can go from being worth like thousands with like an E6 Acron on release to being worth like a few $100. Like if you just like fast forward 1 year. Yeah, there's no power creep in Fortnite. I mean, technically, there's weapons power creeping each other, but like anyone can get those weapons. It's just a matter of skill. I both hate and don't hate HSR. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like, it's one of those things where, like, HSR is basically just a slop game I play whenever I'm not playing Fortnite. Like, that's really, like, the TLDR I can give this game. However, it's not like I hate it, but, like, I can't deny the truth of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it for sure has a lot of glaring flaws, especially since it's obviously a gacha, and old gachas have a shit ton of glaring flaws. And I just want better for the game that I play sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We're addicted? Uh, nah, I'm not addicted. I can say I'm like semi addicted to Fortnite because I always come back. But HSR, I'm not addicted. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would have already quit HSR by now if I wasn't doing content creation. Or I would literally do what I was talking about earlier, which is I would enjoy the game on my mean time because obviously I'd be less burnt out if I wasn't constantly talking about the game from content creation. And I'd literally go on for 2 seconds, get my J's, and log off. By the way, that's what I was doing before content creation for HSR. Like that's literally what I was doing. Uh, I'd take like a 3 month break from the game. I'd come back. I'd buy the monthly pass. I wouldn't even like get half of the days on the monthly pass on my account because I was too lazy to actually go on it. And yeah, I just go on like another 3 6 month break. Oh my goodness. The only reason I actually like semi stuck to the game recently is because of like content creation. Literally the only reason. What a waste of money though. I mean, I already told you, man. If there's any convenience I can get from a game outside of Fortnite, because Fortnite burns the shit out of me when I play it, like I'd literally do anything. I remember buying like 100 days of the monthly pass on my old account, and I just didn't log in for like 2 months straight at all. It's just like I don't know. Yeah, it's also not a waste if you have money, true. Anything that saves me time, in my opinion, I'm usually fine with spending money on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do have my limits, like the overpriced ass Jades on games. But when it comes to like the monthly pass and occasionally the battle pass, when I'm trying to like squeeze out just a few more pulls for a character, I'm completely fine with spending money on things like that. It isn't an issue for me. Try Marvel Rivals if you haven't, it's fun. I'd rather kill myself than get into another multiplayer competitive game, man. I'm not gonna lie, like, it doesn't matter even if it's casual and like pubs. I just have this fucking mindset ever since I was born that any game I play, I have to take completely seriously and try my hardest at to be better than those around me. It is just a stupid mindset that I can never get rid of. And it's why I've gotten into games in the first place in my life. Like, the only game that I literally haven't applied this to is HSR. HSR is literally the only game where I've been able to hold back that mindset. But HSR is literally a solo player game, so like it barely even fucking matters anyways. But any competitive multiplayer games, I will take it personally, and I will do my absolute best to just become better than everyone else. I already have Fortnite for that, so there's no need. I would rather kill myself as Wicked. It's just so fucking bad, man. Like, playing modern multiplayer games are terrible. Not yet. Like, I don't even play the games themselves, but when it comes to like skill gaps are just way too large these days. Like that's really the actual issue at hand here, which is gaming is a million times more popular than it was a decade ago, which means like the growth rate of people being competitive in like video games is like astonishingly at like an all-time high. There's also a lot of people like there's a lot of games with esports now, so kids are incentivized to go pro. Like the content creators also like you want to flex your Unreal rank on Fortnite on TikTok or some shit, maybe qualifying for a solo Cash Cup finals. Like there's so much incentive to try and go pro in video games these days, thinking that you could be the next one to make it, that it makes the skill gap of every multiplayer game absolutely fucking like at the ceiling in the sky. It'll only get worse as time goes on as well. Because there will be a time in the future where PCs can run all games at like 240 FPS max graphics like completely fine at an affordable price. And that's when it's genuinely going to become like absolutely fucking crazy. No, exactly, Walrus. Yeah. Like there's a lot of kids that literally start playing one competitive game like when they're incredibly young. Like I'm talking like 5, 6, 7 or 8 years old, and they literally continue playing that game passionately for like an entire decade. Like they go a straight decade only playing that one game competitively, and it just makes them absolute gods at it. I remember in the time when the HSR space when people started to do tournaments on HSR, which is so stupid. What are you talking about? Like when like that gotcha smack pokey like EO like me. I don't remember if Tectone was in it or not, but I think Brax might have been in it as well. Like those tournaments held by like those guys to see like who could get fastest cycle clear with like random ass characters because a bunch of other characters got banned. CC tournaments was yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. I actually like those tournaments, especially when like okay, this was back and I think early 2.x, but like I remember Gotcha Smack getting like a one cycle with Welt against the monkey boss in MOC, I think. Which is like not bad, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not bad. But you know, back then 2 to 300k damage would do like a third of the boss's health bar. You know, we're not exactly in those days anymore. I'm just going to say it how it is. It's not exactly the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, I remember there was like a drama because I think Pokey had EO as his teammate and they would have won if EO just maxed the traces basically. The thing about EO is I think he just does too many games, no? Like I'm pretty sure EO does ZZZ on like a second channel, right? And then he also tried doing Wuwa at some point as well. Like EO plays multiple games at the same time. I think he just like stops focusing on one. What was the negative edge? I don't know, man. I don't give a shit about that anymore. It's been like so long now. I just don't care. He was just like he was just one of those guys using like fighting game terms on HSR or like other gotcha games when they didn't even like perfectly match. I'm not gonna lie, it's like it's literally like the equivalent of Nahida's domain, right? Like I see Nahida's domain in Genshin Impact or some bullshit, or I see like in Valorant, like there's this one operator who can like lock you in a duel in like their own domain expansion, and being like, hey, this is like a full piece in Fortnite. Like it's just not the same thing. Yeah, I know he was using incorrect terms. Yeah. Do you have any leaks related to Hyacine right now? Orange cream soda. Cast Leaker PvP was quite entertaining. Followers of Enigmata everywhere. Yeah. Castris is just, I don't know. I've never seen leaks this shitty in my life, man. It's genuinely depressing. Nice leak, orange cream soda. Yeah, no problem. What things do you like to drink, Abby? Milk. Milk is number one, 100%. Two is probably water. Three would probably be like Diet Pepsi maybe. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Milk drinker? Yep. Nah, I don't like chocolate milk. The crazy thing is, I grew up on chocolate milk, like completely, basically, which is obviously unhealthy, but that's just what I grew up with because basically anything my sister liked more is basically what we usually had as the standard because my parents favored my sister. So we'd always get chocolate milk instead of normal milk, and my other people in my family would like chocolate milk. That's literally all I drank as a kid. Whenever I drank normal milk, I literally felt like throwing up. And it wasn't until I got like a lot older and I stopped drinking milk for like a long period of time, I came back to normal milk, tried it thinking I would absolutely hate it, and I was like, wait, this shit slaps. And so I got addicted to like just normal ass milk. I don't like chocolate stuff all that much anymore. Hello, Kiwi. It's not even like only chocolate milk, like even like chocolate bars. I don't know, like basically anything chocolate. I don't really like all that much anymore. I don't like how bitter it is or how sweet it is. I usually like things that have like a lot of a more of a lighter flavor. So like over time, when I was a kid, I was a huge chocolate fan and I hated normal milk. And now I'm a huge normal milk fan who likes like vanilla basically. Vanilla is probably my favorite flavor. Does this mean that you're tall, Gabby? I don't know. I haven't measured my height in quite a while. I'm either slightly below 6 foot, like by like literally 1 inch, or I am 6 foot or taller. But I haven't measured my height in quite a long time. Yeah, I like vanilla a lot. Have you tried bubblegum milk? No, I don't think I've ever tried bubblegum milk. 5'10"? No, I'm not 5'10", don't worry. I'm not 5'10", guys. I was 5'10" when I was like 15 or something, like 15 or 16. Like, I'm not 5'10", don't worry. Hot take, dry cereal is fire. I don't agree. Dry cereal is fine in my opinion, but it is like not fire at all. Like the only, I guess like semi-fire dry cereal would maybe be for me like cinnamon toast crunch or some shit. But like over time, I think the best cereal combo for me has been like corn flakes because they aren't really bitter or anything, and they like corn flakes go really good with milk, and that's probably my favorite thing cereal wise. Yeah, I also don't eat chocolate in cereal as well, by the way. Like, I've basically gone completely over chocolate, unless it's white chocolate. White chocolate, although bitter, I just like the flavor more. Obviously, I don't like it. Like, I don't want to eat an entire white chocolate bar, but like half a white chocolate bar, like, I'm 100% down for that. Yeah, corn flakes aren't like too overpowering, like, compared to a lot of other cereals, which is perfect for me. Oh, it's not bitter, soulless, but like it is strong. You know what I'm saying? Like when if anything, I probably get more like thirsty drinking or eating white chocolate than I do eating like normal chocolate, unless it's like dark chocolate or something. Dark chocolate is just complete shit though. Anybody whose favorite chocolate is dark chocolate, I don't know like what is wrong with them. Like maybe they're aliens hiding in like they're using a human as a vessel or something. I don't know clue. I do enjoy dark chocolate from time to time. Yeah, can't relate. Yeah, I can't relate. Seems like we got a few aliens here in the chat. I mean, you guys might as well turn yourselves in at this point. There's just you basically exposed yourselves if you're trying to say you're like dark chocolate. Oh my god, we actually have dark chocolate lovers. Okay, can we agree though? The best fruit is strawberries. 100%. 100% it's strawberries. You guys aren't aliens if you agree with that at least. And before someone comments, mango, mango, watermelon, mango. Look at all these mangoes, bro. Like it's crazy how I can just predict it. I can literally just predict. I can see the future sometimes. Well, I might as well be a prophet at this point. All these mango glazers, man, every single time. I can't take them seriously. What's wrong with mango? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with mango. But mango ain't top one, you know. Mango ain't top one, that's for sure. It ain't bad. It's good. It's not great though, you know what I'm saying? Blueberries. Blueberries. I've never been a big blueberry fan. It is my sister's favorite fruit, but like me personally, eh. You know what I'm saying? Blueberries are kind of eh for me. I like raspberries quite a bit. I think raspberries are quite underrated. Grapes as well. The thing with grapes is that it's really 50-50. Like sometimes you really have to check on the grapes before you buy them because there's a big difference between like juicy and crunchy grapes versus like soft and mellow grapes. Like the crunchy ones absolutely stellar. But if you get the shitty grapes, it's like, "Oh fuck, like well, what the fuck?" This is kind of like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Blueberries are even worse than strawberries. I mean, the way you're phrasing that, I'd almost think you're saying strawberries are bad in some way. Strawberry slander is not allowed in this chat, guys. Not allowed in this chat. I've never actually put a rule in my chat before, but this is gonna be the first one. No strawberry slander. Cheerios. Oh my god, that actually made me cough from laughing. He said Cheerios. Oh my god. Hot take, give me cherries? Hell yeah, it's a fucking hot take, and it's a hot take for a reason. Fucking cherries? Really? Cherries are a fine, like, secondary pick or, like, something to eat once in a while, but, like, number one pick as a fruit? That's pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I agree. Cherries are a little too sweet for me as well. My favorite fruit is tomato? Get out. Get out of here. Get out. Strawberries are nice. See? I agree. I completely agree. I think strawberries are very underrated. I think they are number one undisputedly. However, I think there's been some like propaganda going around mangoes the last few years that many people aren't aware of, and it went like right under the noses of the government. And I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it, right? Because at the end of the day, these are like probably aliens in disguise with secret tech, propaganda tech that we aren't aware of yet. And it's like, what are you gonna do about it, right? But there is a way to combat it, which is for the real humans to actually taste test fruits and realize that the absolute pinnacle is strawberries, right? Like that's really all it comes down to. Peaches are peak. Peaches aren't bad, but I want to give them top one. But yeah, they're pretty good. The best strawberry can't compare to the best mango, young buck. All right, Walrus. I actually think I know the issue now. You guys have never had frozen strawberries. Normal strawberries, they're already good as is, right? But when you have frozen pieces of strawberry, there's not a better frozen treat in the entire world. Mangoes are mid. I agree. I think mangoes are like astonishingly overrated. I don't understand the hype, honestly. I mean, I like things like mango meringue, right? Like when it comes to mango flavored stuff, yeah, I'm usually like a sucker for it. But like the fruit itself, it's kind of here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Blueberries are better than strawberries, and it's not even close. Blueberries shouldn't even be in this conversation in the first place. Okay, I didn't want to say it. I was being a little, nice earlier, but blueberries, I literally don't like. I'm not even trolling right now. This isn't even like me trolling with the mangoes. Like I 100% just don't understand blueberry hype at all. Like that shit is literally the definition of mid, in my opinion. Bro has hidden strawberry tech. Yeah, they don't know about the frozen strawberry tech, man. They don't know about it. Mango power creep. Yep. Okay, but what about lemon? Like, guys, I'm really trying to throw you a bone here. You know what I'm saying? But if we're bringing out the lemons, it's like, where exactly are we going? Strawberry ice cream is mid. The best ice cream in the world is cookie dough ice cream. Oh wait, I did it wrong. There we go. Based. See, hey, at least we can agree on something, guys. Cookie dough ice cream on fucking top. Now some guy is gonna be in the chat like, oh, it's mango ice cream. Fucking mango glaze, man. I swear the propaganda goes crazy. Banana's my fave if I think about it. I love its flavor and everything. Smoothies, pie, and biscuits. I can see that, yeah. I think strawberry also has really good pies as well, and like smoothies and stuff. Like strawberry and banana has always been like my go-to smoothie ever since I was like smaller. And my favorite pie is probably pumpkin pie, but I haven't I almost never eat pumpkin pie, man. That shit is literally like only in for a season. Do you like coffee ice cream? Fuck no. I don't even like normal coffee. I am not a coffee guy. I'm not the one to ask about these questions. I hate coffee on almost anything. Like, the only thing coffee related I might eat at times is like if there's like some coffee cake, right? I think coffee cake doesn't go bad with specifically vanilla ice cream, right? If I'm using any ice cream that's like even like semi bitter, like I would just never eat the coffee cake with the ice cream or like coffee cake at all. I am not a cake guy. Like you guys should know that, by the way. I absolutely despise normal cake. Gabby sounds like he likes papayas. No. I hate papayas. I like pupusas, but not papayas. Oh wait, no, I do like papaya. No. Sorry, I confused papaya with yuca. Yeah, I like papayas. Yeah, I used to drink papaya smoothies like crazy back when I lived in the U.S. Coffee glazers coming right off. I'll take. Coffee cake is delicious. Yeah, we got a few aliens in the chat. I might have to do something about that later. Phanon phase 1 at 3.4 and fake collab second phase I'm cooked. Yeah, that's pretty funny. uh, Wait, who the fuck is gonna pull on Phanon if... Actually, no. I mean, we'll see. We'll see who gets better banner sales. Phanon or fucking Artoria Pendragon. I love papaya. Yeah, it's pretty good. I am not pulling for Saber. I mean, cream bagel with cheese, you know what I'm saying? Cream bagel with cheese. Wait, did I just say cream bagel with cheese when I was trying to say bagel with cream cheese? Wow. Wow. Papayas are delicious, but the smell is bad. Hey, I'm not gonna disagree with you, man. I will not disagree with you. I usually never made that shit myself when it came to like papaya stuff. Like I'd always just buy it from somewhere instead, usually. Cream bagel with cheese might be tech. Thank you, Walrus. Have you eaten durian, Gabby? No, stay. Keep me the fuck away from that stinky ass fruit, bro. I never want to eat that shit in my life. Cheesecake? Cheesecake is good. Cheesecake is actually so bad. I'd rather kill myself than eat cheesecake. How do we not know that you're a pigeon for the government? Like, how do I not know you're a spy for the government right now? Can you explain that to me? Because saying cheesecake is bad, like to that extent, it feels like I'm witnessing government propaganda in real time. I think my favorite cheesecake is easily strawberry cheesecake, though. Once again, strawberry takes the W over mango. I mean, are we even surprised at this point? It's just like strawberry is so versatile. Like they always drop triple doubles, no matter what variety they're in, whether it be pies, ice cream, flavoring or sauce. It really doesn't matter. Like no matter where you put strawberries, they always perform. You know what I'm saying? My heart is filled with rage. Why is your heart filled with rage? We should all calm down a little. Apples are better than strawberry. Bro, you could have said any fucking fruit and you're saying apples. Oh, fuck no. Apples? Are we serious right now? Now, the only thing I'll say is I like an apple pie more than I like a strawberry pie. However, in like any other scenario, I am taking strawberries over apple 100%. I'm replacing your drywall with mango. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that. My entire house might be filled with fucking bugs. What the fuck is a Fuji apple, man? I've heard of Fiji water, but I've never heard of a Fuji apple. Like, that's a good take. I think you know it's not a good take, Jay. I think you were aware it wasn't a good take. I think you were aware it was a hot take and you knew the reaction you were gonna get from it. Because no one in their right, sane mind would choose apples as like a goat fruit debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got strawberries here, you got mangoes there, and then someone brings up fucking green apples. It's like, oh my goodness. Like, all you can really do is laugh, right? It's like one of those situations where you can't even take it seriously. Pineapple on pizza is the goat. Am I right, Gabby? That's gonna be it for today's stream, guys. I think I've seen enough today. I may need to do a cleansing of my chat off stream. I apologize for any propaganda that was spread by the government within this stream. Viewer discretion is advised. I hope you all have a good day. I hope you all have a good night. And peace. Oh, wait. By the way, I need to put in this disclaimer right at the end of the stream. Pineapple on pizza should be illegal. Okay? It should not exist. A devil with magic was the first person to create pineapple on pizza. And any actual sane human being would be able to instantly tell that this is the truth. Goodbye.